What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're doing something I haven't done in a while. We're taking a look at a slew of McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse and Collector Edition figures. Now, there is quite a bit of figures here, and I'm actually really excited for, like, all of them, especially one. So we're going to run through these one by one. We'll go ahead. We have the entire wave of the new Wave 3 collector set, I guess. Whatever, I don't remember if it was Wave 2 or Wave 3. I think it was Wave 2, actually. And we have the Chase Hawkman. I actually got 2. I ordered 3 on Amazon to try to get one. I was just going to return the extras. And then I went to Target yesterday on my break, and I found another one. So I have 2, so I'm going to sell one of the other ones. Call me what you want, but whatever. I will be selling one of the other ones. And we got Sinestro, Firestorm. That will be Wave 2 of the collector sets. And then we have 2 gold labeled Target exclusives in the shape of Supergirl and the Midnighter. Midnighter, I'm pretty damn excited for. And Supergirl, we got a lot to talk about. So without further ado, I've been sitting on some of these figures for about a month now in preparation for this Hawkman. Let's go ahead and get these guys open. So I'm going to run through these relatively quickly, and I'm going to start with my least favorite and work my way up to my favorite. And at the end, I'm going to show you my ideal Hawkman and how I customized it. So we'll go ahead and start with the probably objective dud of this assortment here with Supergirl. Now, I actually like the way that this looks, and I'm not too upset with what they did, other than the legs, and we'll talk about that. But taking a look at this head sculpt here, I actually kind of like it. Looks better in person. The eyes are a little puffy. I don't know if it's because the paint missed on mine or whatever, but I like the dry brush on the hair. I think it looks nice. I love the Kryptonian S on the chest. They went for the long sleeve look, which I do appreciate that. I do wish she had her belly exposed. And I wish that this skirt was tapered because, damn, this kind of sucks. I don't know what this whole complicated piece in there is. It does not work well at all. The paint is a little sloppy on the belt there. And as you can see in there, the boot goes all the way up to here. And they didn't paint that skin tone, but it really wouldn't matter because you can't see it anyway. The boot should have ended around here at the knee. So what I think I'm going to do is order one of those War Planet Wonder Womans. I think I have one. I might have one. Stay tuned for a little custom showcase thing to swap out the legs and the torso. See if that works. Maybe I'll cut the skirt. Who knows? She does come with a soft goods cape, which is nice. And the bottom lower legs are a little weird. I don't really like how big the ankle is compared to the rest of the legs. So I would say objectively she's the weakest. I don't really think anybody's going to fight you on that. I mean, even people who love this line, I've seen complain about her, which, you know how the Todd McFarlane people are. So taking a look at her accessories, she's going to come with not much. She's just going to get the DC stand. She does get a flight stand, which I've actually grown to kind of really like these. They are nice to put in the shelf to get some height variation. And then just her card with her read up on the back. So nothing crazy there in terms of accessories. The head will look up. It'll go down. Pivot side to side. The shoulder goes up, down, rotates all around. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. And then the wrists swivel and hinge. And then the torso here is basically useless. I mean, she can arc back, which is good because her head doesn't really move, unfortunately. I mean, you're going to want her to look up. It'll rotate at the top and the bottom. The hips are realistically only going to go out about that far. She can only kick forward that much. Back, no thigh swivel, which is very annoying on this figure. Double jointed knees, and then the ankles go down, up. They'll rotate, they'll pivot, and she has a little toe hinge, which is pretty well done. So, yeah. It's just kind of there. And I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't for it being Supergirl, because I want a Supergirl in my collection, but this is not a great one, to be honest with you. Next up, let's take a look at Sinestro. I like Sinestro. He's not one of my favorite DC characters, but I like Sinestro, and this was a classic enough look for me to want to go ahead and say, yeah, I'll pick it up, especially with how good this head sculpt is. I love the yellow eyes. They gave my boy a nice fade. I love the hairstyle, love the sharp ears. I love this head sculpt. Love the pink skin tone. Looks very nice. Does match good on the hands. You do get the ring on there, of course, painted and sculpted. Can we focus in? There we go. And then, of course, you got the yellow lantern core. I like the silver belt. That's nice. And then all this texture detail is good. I believe this upper torso is new, but the rest is reused from Kyle Rayner, which works. I mean, I use this for my Hal Jordan. I acetoned off Kyle Rayner's logo and then got this green lantern thing and glued it on the chest. And I like my Hal Jordan. It's not perfect, but it works. So this will be a great complement to that. Though I wouldn't mind if I think this whole thing is new. I believe the arms and legs are reused, but I think the whole torso and pelvis is new. He does come with a couple accessories, but again, I'm holding this to a higher standard because this is $30 rather than $20, and we'll talk about that. So you get this card stand in the card, and there's your read up if you want to read that. But this is dumb. This is dumb. This is a waste of plastic for me. I hate this. Stop doing this. I don't care about that. He also comes with a regular figure stand, and then he comes with actual accessories. He comes with the yellow lantern. Looks good. I like that. Getting it in his hand is pretty damn easy. What I actually suggest is go through the side and then just kind of weave it in there. Make it a little bit easier on yourself. And then finally, he does come with these clamp accessories, which I do like these. I like that they're like barbed wire. Then the clamps on there. And then what I was doing was just kind of like weaving it through his arm. And then like there's like a loop there that's a little bit tighter. And then you can just kind of rotate it on the hand to get it the way that you want. So I think that is a pretty cool accessory. I do like that. This is a waste. Give me something else. An alternate screaming head, like to recreate the photo that you put on the card. I don't know. Sometimes I just think McFarlane makes really dumb decisions, and I don't know about you all, but I hate these card stands. Not worth an extra $5 for that. $10 actually. This is not a collected build wave. So you can go ahead and pop off these accessories, and then we'll take a look at the articulation. So the head is going to look up pretty good. Then it goes down, pivot side to side, and rotate. The shoulders will go up, down, rotate 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist swivel and hinge. You do get a torso joint on this guy, upper and lower, and it does nothing. I don't get what the point of putting the articulation in and not making it work, but it pivots good, and it'll rotate at the top and the bottom, and then the hips go out, they go down. He kicks forward, he kicks back. He does have a pretty good thigh swivel or rotation, which is nice. Double jointed knees, and then the ankles rotate. They'll go up, down, pivot, and a little toe hinge. So overall, his articulation's fine. I don't know why they don't crunch forward, but for a character like Sinestro, I do think that this is enough. It's just an odd choice, but it's nothing new for McFarlane. Next up, we'll take a look at the Midnighter, which is a character that I do not know much about. I knew who he was, and I know what team he belongs to, and I believe he's gay, if I'm not mistaken. But that's about it. I don't really know his origin. I don't really know any books that he was in, but I don't really care necessarily. He's a very cool looking figure, and it makes me want to read up on him. Plus, I have a little bit of extra money, so why not spend an extra $20 just to grab this guy and do a little video on him. So I really like the head sculpt here. It's like Batman, but not, I guess that's what he's going for. I love the logo on the chest. I think that this reuse was pretty damn smart from that one Batman, Last Night on Earth, I believe it was. Very cool. I like that the straps kind of look like Batman scallops, and those holes are actual holes, so you can kind of see through them, which is just a nice little detail that I like. I believe the jacket is reused as well. I think the only new on this are the lower arms and the head. I don't remember if the belt's reused, but I know these legs are, because we do have a thigh swivel, which is nice. I will say the weird thing about this figure is it feels kind of cheap. Like I don't want to say like rushed, but it feels rushed. Like this leg pops out super easy for me. I don't know why, but it does. It's just a little weird. Not something that I'm like too concerned about, because if he looks good, and he's not like falling apart, then that's fine. But it does feel a little cheap, which is kind of odd. So of course he's gonna come with the stupid figure stand. He comes with the card, which again, this is pretty accurate to that. Though it looks like he's smiling there, so maybe a smiling head would have been cool. And then you do get the read up there, which I should read that, actually. And then you do get these batons and gripping hands to hold them. But unfortunately on mine... man, dude, why is it always me? This is so loose on here. I don't know why. It'll kind of hold if I get it at the right angle. So once I get them, like, posed in the way that I want to, so kind of something like that, he'll hold it, but I don't know why mine's like that. Let's fix it a little bit, hinging it. And then you get 2 of them, like I said. So, not bad. I don't get why it needs to be... Why it needs to be me all the time that gets the loose joints. So, go ahead and take a quick look at articulation, though. Some of you are probably familiar if you're watching a Midnighter video. Head goes up, it goes down, pivot side to side, rotate, shoulder goes up, down, or rotate 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which the textures are kind of off on this, which is a little off-putting. You'll know what I mean when you see it in person. Then the wrist swivel and hinge. Of course, this diaphragm joint is going to do nothing. It actually does a little bit. That's not bad. Back, pivot side to side, rotate at the top and the bottom. Like I said, this leg keeps popping out. It'll kick forward only about that much. Back, upper thigh cut, like an actual cut, which is nice. Though, it's at a weird angle. No, actually it's not. We're good. Double jointed knees. I actually like the way that those knees look. It's not bad. It's pretty well done, actually. And then the ankles go down, they go up. They'll rotate, they'll pivot, and they'll do a little toey hinge. So, overall, I don't think it's a figure of a character that everybody needs, and I don't think the figure's, like, so good that even if you don't know the character, it's worth getting kind of thing, but... He gets the job done. I think he looks pretty cool, and he's a character that now I would like to learn more about. So next up, we're going to take a look at a figure that I'm surprised at how much I like. Firestorm. He looks great. Some people were saying that the colors were yucky. I kind of thought that from the videos, but then in person he looks a lot better. He does have a little smudge there, which is kind of driving me insane, but I'll get that off after the video. I think that the proportions on this look awesome. I love the paint detail. This head sculpt looks pretty damn good. I like the translucent flames up there with like the dry brush. The face paint looks good with the whited out eyes. And then I love his whole complex logo here. I do have the DC Icons one, but I will be selling that because I just like this one better. Though I think the DC Icons one had cooler accessories, but I really like the way that this looks. I really like the yellow. The paint is pretty clean on the belt, and then you get some nice chunky thighs, some nice boot detail there. And I like the bagginess. He's definitely going on my main display. I mean, he's a Justice Leaguer. I love putting the Leaguers on the shelf, you know, so I think that that's pretty damn awesome. It even paints all the way to the back. You get a little bit of the yellow and the red back there too, which is pretty sweet. Now, this guy actually didn't come with those hands on in the packaging. He comes with an assortment of hands that I'm not saying is worth $30, but it feels better than the other two, to be honest. So, you do get the stupid card stand. I hate this. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Let's stop doing this. And then you do get the read up about, you know, the Professor and Ronnie getting merged. Hate the stupid stand. Get that shit out of here. He comes with the regular one as well, which I also don't really give two damns about. And then he's going to come with an assortment of hands. You get a pair of flat hands. These could be used for like flying or schlapping. You do get a left clenchy hand and a right pointer finger hand. Very cool. And then you get the hands with accessory or like effects on them. So you get a meatball throwing hand. Whoops. I like the meatball thrown hand. Looks pretty cool. Like the translucent orange. You do get the clenchy hand with the flame on it. So like that. Like very Marvel Legends-esque Human Torch kind of thing. And then these are my favorite. The bubbly fire effects. Because at least McFarlane knows how to make unique accessories for characters showing their powers. Wow, I didn't know that that was that hard. I digress. Popping these on. Why is that not going on? And then popping this one on. Yeah, I like these a lot. I like that they're similar, but they're not the exact same sculpt. They're not just inverses of each other, which is a nice touch. So I do like the way that that looks. In terms of articulation, the head is going to look up pretty far. It'll go down, it'll pivot side to side, and then rotate 360. Very good head articulation. Shoulders go up, down, rotate 360. Biceps swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrists swivel and hinge all directions. He won't crunch, because why would he? He's a McFarlane figure. Go arc back, pivot side to side, pretty good. Rotate at the top and the bottom. The hips are going to go outwards that far. They're going to go down. He's going to kick forward, back. A little bit of thigh swivel, definitely not enough. Double jointed knees, and then the ankle goes down, up, rotates, pivots, and has a toe hinge. So definitely enough articulation for a character like Firestorm. Do I wish it was more? Kinda, but nah. I just am happy to have a good-looking Firestorm that scales better on my shelf. Because, again, the DC Icons one is good for what it is, but I'm enjoying this one a little bit more. And then, finally, we have the Tale of Two Hawkmen. I wanted the chase figure of this character so bad. I've been wanting a classic Hawkman since the line has started. I love Hawkman. He's one of my favorite characters in DC that isn't a mainstay character. Well, he is at this point. I can't even say that anymore. He's in my top 10 for DC. I love Hawkman. I would love a Hawk Girl to go with him, but Hawkman, he's pretty freaking awesome. So, in my head, this is Carter Hall. I don't know which one it is in 0 Hour. And frankly, I don't care, because I'm going to be kit bashing these two together, taking pieces from this guy, putting them together to make my optimal Hawkman. So, taking a look at the regular release, as this is the one that I think most people are going to end up with. Taking a look at it, I do like the head sculpt a lot. And honestly, if you're only going to get this one, it's not bad. It's not a bad figure, and I wouldn't be upset about it. But me personally, I'm an insane person. So you do get the gray wings, which I think these are the same wings that McFarlane uses for basically every feathered winged character. I love the sculpt on the biceps. He's a beefy dude. I love that the hair is painted on this, which is partially why I'm doing this custom. His mace, just showing it here to save a little bit of time. It is dual colored. You have bright silver there, and then a brown handle, whereas on the chase one or the platinum one, you do not get that. So I'll be using this one. Hint, hint. This guy just has the blue pants with the gold parts on the buckles and tops of the boots, and then, brown straps, brown gloves rather than yellow and green. The sculpt on the wings is great. The sculpt on the body is great. It's, again, if you're only going to get this one and you can't find the chase, don't be discouraged. This is still a good figure. But if you're like me and insane and have to get the super complicated, hard to find one, there you go. I actually found two. I found one in Target, like I said, and then I got one on Amazon. So I was pretty damn happy, but this just looks awesome. I do like the brown wings better, I won't lie, like that dry brush that they did on top. The skin tone on this is what threw me off, though. I don't like that there's no paint on the chest. This guy technically has more paint because they painted the yellow lines on the boots. The belt is a different color. They painted a little line on the side. The bright green just looks so much better to me. I love the orange, like the bright orange on the face, and then like the yellow. It's not super classic. What would have been cool is if we got like the open mouth hawk kind of face. I really like the feathers on the back pouch. This one has it too, but in gray, which is pretty cool, like on the, on the metal. Or not metal, like the backpack. But yeah, this is awesome too. Like, this makes me happy. I love the yellow, red, and black logo on the chest. So I'm calling this the Tale of Two Hawkmen. So for other accessories, it also comes with this figure stand and the stupid card holder thing. And there's the read up if you want that. So, it does say Carter Hall on the back of that. So who knows? The card does do something. So what I'm going to do really quick off camera is swap the parts that I want on this Hawkman from this one and this one onto this one. So let's go ahead and see what that would look like. So after about an hour of piecing this guy together, this is what I came up with. And I got to say, it was worth the effort. He looks like my damn near mind's eye version of Hawkman. I did chip the thing a little bit, and the paint got a little messed up on the logo, but I can fix that. That's an easy-ish fix. And damn, oh, I love it. Gave him the multicolored mace. I'm going to sell the extra Chase Hawkman to recuperate, because this is 2, so I basically paid for 2 to get this, which is $60. So the Chase, I should get around that, hopefully, to recuperate my monies, and I only have paid for 1, and I'm very happy about it. I might put a little bit more glue in certain places, but honestly, once I just get them on the shelf, I'm going to be super happy. And I'm super happy nonetheless. I really, really like the chest hair paint on him, so having the hair on his arms and his chest and stomach, abdomen area is nice. I did go ahead and take off the hair, which does leave it pretty gappy from the back, but it also allows for crazy flight poses. Like, look at that. Ooh! So, yeah, I'm not too happy. Or, I'm not too upset. I'm pretty damn happy. Let me know if you guys think it was worth the effort. For me, if you're gonna do this, all I'm gonna say is maybe use hot water instead of a blow dryer, because this is very thin plastic and it will rip. Like, I had to destroy the other Hawkman, unfortunately, but ooh, look at him just standing there. I'm so happy this exists. I'm going to go ahead and skip the size comparisons just because you probably can tell a lot of this is reuse. I think the only full new sculpt is Firestorm and Hawkman. Hawkman's brand new sculpt as well. But holy shit, what a good assortment of figures. The only dud being Supergirl, and I will try to fix that eventually, but it's not my priority right now. I don't really care that much. Like, if I'm stuck with this Supergirl, I'm stuck with the Supergirl. I did try to get that scuff off, and I ruined my Firestorm, because apparently they painted the body yellow, even though they could have easily molded it in yellow, which was really stupid, and I should have just left well enough alone. So I might wind up replacing it, getting a new one, and returning that one. Whatever. But overall, I would say that these figures are pretty awesome, and I'm so happy with my Hawkman. He may be top 10 material. Yeah, I said it. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, with all that being said, at a price point of $20 to $30, nah, fuck it. Let's do it individually. Supergirl, 5 out of 10. It's not terrible, but there's a lot of improvement room. Midnighter for $20, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 7 out of 10. It's not great, but it'll get the job done. Sinestro for $30. Keep that in mind. $30. I'm only going to give Sinestro a 7 as well. I don't think he comes with enough. He's cool. He looks good, but not a character that I think deserved to be a deluxe figure. Firestorm for $30. I'll give him an 8.5. Maybe a 9 on a good day, because he does come with a bunch of hands. Maybe some bigger effects would have been cool, but I just really like the sculpt and the look of the figure, so I'm okay with it. And then Hawkman, after my modifications, I'm giving him like a 10. I freaking love this Hawkman now. I mean, he's still good if you just get the Chase or you just get the regular release, but getting them together and doing what I did of just heating, popping, pulling, gluing, man, it makes me a very happy collector. So, with all that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot over there, and I have a lot of fun, so I'm sure you all will too. But as always, let me know. You copping any of these? See you guys in the next one. Peace.
What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.